Let's take a look at German numbers. So numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 und 0 here. So German numbers. When we talk about numbers, we have to understand that numbers may have two different functions in language, in our sentences. Sometimes numbers act as cardinal numbers, and sometimes we use them as ordinal numbers. So we have to understand the differences. What is the difference between a cardinal number and an ordinal number? So let's start with cardinal numbers. So when do we use cardinal numbers? Take a look at this picture. This is in Vancouver, one of buildings in Vancouver. And the matter of fact, this is a building where I live. And in front of the building, there are two cars. So let's describe the picture and give this very nice German sentence. Es gibt zwei Autos auf der Straße. There are two cars on the street. So what do we do in this sentence? We describe how many cars do we see on this picture. And there are two of them. So we just use number two. So cardinal numbers gives us the amount. So how many items we see. Another situation when we describe numbers of something. Like for example, you booked hotel room and your hotel room has number 6. So you will always say das Hotelzimmer Nummer 6. So number 6, we just indicate the number of our room. So we use cardinal numbers in this case. As you see, no endings, no suffixes, just the number from your dictionary as you memorize it. Okay, now let's analyze the ordinal numbers. When in which situations we use ordinal numbers. So many times we can say, hey, I won the first prize. So we say first prize. No? Or for example, we have a couple of titles of movies like Fifth Element or The 13th Warrior. So ordinal numbers give us position in some kind of list. Something is first, then second, then third, the fourth, the fifth. So this is the function of numbers as ordinal numbers. Okay, how do we use ordinal numbers in German language? The first 19 numbers, starting with 1 and finishing with 19, when we create an ordinal number out of cardinal number, what we need to do, we have to take the number and we have to put suffix t to the end. So what is a suffix? Suffix is a small particle we use at the end of a word, but suffix means that something else will come after that. And what will come, another particle, we call it ending. So keep in mind, you use a suffix t at the end of your number, but you have to finish your number with an ending. And there are different endings, and we'll later take a look at them. But right now, keep in mind, you just take the number, you put t to the end, and then plus ending, and this will be your ordinal number. For example, we have a rose, a red rose, and then we have a yellow rose, and we would like to say that the second rose is yellow. How do we use it? How do we do it in German? We say, die zweite Rose ist gelb. Look, take a close look on this zweite. So what we did, we took the number 2, which means zwei in German. We put suffix t to the end, but then we still use specific ending of preceding adjective in the nominative case. So this is our ordinal number second, die zweite Rose. Okay, so this is the way how do we create the ordinal numbers with the first 19. However, we have to keep in mind there are exceptions. And in this list of all numbers, there are 4 different exceptions we have to memorize. Exception number 1 is the number 1. So you remember, it's eins. So if you count cardinal number, you say eins, zwei, drei, and so on and so forth. So number 1, how do we create the ordinal number first, the first? So we completely change this number. We use absolutely different word, erst. So t is already at the end, And keep in mind, we still have to put ending after erst. No? For example, when we say this is the first prize, we will say der erste Preis. So you see ending a after erst. So the second number, the second exception you need to memorize is number 3, drei. So you remember we say drei when we give the cardinal number. So for ordinal number, we completely change it. We use dritt. You see double T at the end. So one T, last T is already the suffix. And we create, so this is the same number. And we create the sentence, der dritte Preis. So the third prize. Next number we have to keep eye on, we have to memorize is 7. So 7 in German is sieben. So when we create an ordinal number, we drop ending en and we put suffix t. So we use siebt. So when we say, this is the same number, when we give the expression the 7th prize, we say der siebte Preis. And the last number you need to memorize, the last exception is number 8. 8 in German is acht. So we do not change anything, but we do not put any suffixes to this number. We just use the same acht. So acht. And if you say this is the 8th prize, you will say der achte Preis. So this is the way, and those are exceptions you please memorize. When we start with number 20 and then any other numbers which come out after 20, 21, 22, 23, 45, 75, 99, so any numbers. When we create an ordinal number, we have to put suffix st. So keep in mind, we still need to finish our number with ending. Now, but suffix is always the same st. So how it works? Let's imagine we have a calendar, so May, and let's say today is May the 21st. So we create a nice sentence saying today is the May the 21st, which in German will be heute ist der 21. Mai. So analyze it closely. We use the number 21, 21, and then we put suffix st to the end, and we finish our ordinal number with ending a, because my is used now is in nominative case. This is an ending for a nominative case of preceding adjective, for masculine nouns. Okay, so let's analyze it once again. So today we have the May the 21st. When our question will be der wievielte ist heute? What date is today? So our answer will be heute ist der 21. Mai. So you remember, Mai is masculine noun. Now, Mai is used in nominative case because we have the verb to be. So we use Mai with definite article der because we talk about something which is definite, so date. We finish our number 21, 21, with suffix st. And we put to the end suffix a. Why we did it? Because we have definite article der. In nominative, any preceding adjectives, when we use the definite article der, will have in nominative for masculine nouns, they will have ending a. But when we change our questions and when we will ask, what date do we have today? Our date in our question will be actually our object, the direct object. So you see, even in our question word, we use den, wievielten. And when we answer, we have today, May the 21st. Heute haben wir. Now, May is our direct object because May is masculine noun. We have to use definite article den. So you remember, this is definite article we use in the accusative case. And because of that, we still keep our suffix for ordinal numbers, but we will change our ending. And it happens only because we have another case. We have the accusative case and preceding adjectives for masculine nouns in accusative case will have ending en. Okay, another story. Let's talk about specific dates in our life. It's not like we say what date is today. We talk about past or present or future when something will happen on specific day. For example, your birthday. No? And when somebody will ask you, when is your birthday? And let's say your birthday is May the 7th. So the question will be, wann hast du Geburtstag? Okay, and you will answer, I have my birthday on May the 7th. So in German we have specific rule. We say, ich habe am 7. Mai Geburtstag. And look what I highlighted. Red are two elements we always have to keep. As long as you talk about a date or from the past or future, so what something will happen or happened already, you use preposition am. Always something will happen on the specific day. And then ending always will be ending en. So you may use different ordinal numbers. So from the first list, from 1 till 19, with suffix t, or from the second list, starting with 20, and then any numbers. Well, in a month we have only 30, 31 days. But anyway, so we use ending en. Ich habe am 7. Mai Geburtstag. Okay, keep it in mind. How do we say years in German? For years, we do not use ordinal numbers. We just give the number as we see it. Let's say we talk about this very famous German poet and novelist and even scientist, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. And we know that Goethe was born in 1749. How do we say it in German? Goethe wurde 1749 geboren. Look, what I highlighted yellow is our number, and we just see this number, we see these digits, and we say what we see. So we use cardinal numbers. If we will write it down, so it will look like that. You remember in Germans, they do not separate the parts of numbers. So Goethe wurde 1749 geboren.